there, my name's Andy Hillier and today's guitar lesson is going to be on the melody from Murder on the Dance Floor by Sophie Ellis-Bextor as featured on Saltburn. So I've done a cover version of it, so I'm playing the melody all the way through. Go and check that out so you can hear what it sounds like. I'll leave a link in the description and a card above. I'm going to teach you all of that. Just before I do though, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press the notifications, leave me some comments in the comments section, including what songs I should do next. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs for this and loads of other songs, then you can support me on my Patreon page. Links in the description. My guitar is in standard tuning and you could play this on any type of guitar, acoustic guitar, electric guitar, whatever you like. Okay, so the first line sounds like this. So just a few power chords just to get it started. So the first one is open E with A2. So we hit that, top two strings. That's an E power chord. Well, then we have an B5 chord or a B power chord, which is your first finger A2, third finger on D4, and we're going to play the A string and the D string. So the first bar is. We then move up a string to an F sharp power chord, first finger E2, third finger A4, and then the next chord that we need is an A power chord, open A and D2. Okay, so slowly, the first two bars. And we just do that twice. So you got. So that takes you into bar 4, and then you'll just see at the end of the line we've got a B2. Okay, but just you can kind of almost ignore that B2 for the moment. Let's just play the whole line without the B2. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we've got that B2, which is where like the vocal is going to come in. So remember that B2. We're going to go on to the next line, and you've got this. Okay, so B2 is on the previous line. We then go on to this line and we've got B4 4 times. Then E2, then B2, then G4. So including the B2 from the previous line, it goes. And then another 2 G4s. B2, B4, B5, E2 to E4. So that phrase from bar number 6 goes. Don't play the note in the bracket, that's just held on. Okay, let's go from the beginning of the line, including the B2 on the previous line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then there's another E4 and then E2. And then 2 E2s quick. And then we've got 6 E2s. Make them all nice and staccato. And then an E4. And you can do a bit of slide off on that as well. So if we put the 2 E2s before bar 8 going into bar 8, you get. So let's play the whole line. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, on to the next line, and we've got this. Okay, so for that, this is like the verse part of the song. We're going to start E2, and then another E2, 2 B5s, 2 B4s, 2 B2s, then onto the G string, and we've got 2 G4s, and 2 G2s, and then 2 G1s. So that first phrase goes. We then play B2, B5, then E4. So then B2, and then B5. So the whole line goes. On to the next line, and it starts the same. But then it changes here, and we're going to play, we're in bar 15 now. B2, B5, and then E2 this time. Then E4, B5, and then E2. So up to that point, we've got. And then into bar 18. That's actually the guitar part rather than the vocal part, but I thought I'd put it in because it's nice. It just plays B, then B2, then open E, and then slide up, probably from E2 up to E4, and then play E2, and then E. So you get. So the whole line, you got this. On to the next line, and we've got. Okay, so for that, E2 3 times, then E4. So you got. Then 2 E2s quick, then B5. So the first bar goes 1, 2, and then into bar 20 we've got. So that's E2, B5, and then B2. So that's quite quick. Then a little slide into E4, then another E4, E2, and then B5. So the first 2 bars after 2 go 1, 2. And then into bar 21, another B5, and then another B5, E2, E4, E2, B5. So that's. Bar 22 is the same as bar 20, so you got. Into bar 23, another B5, then E2, E4, E2, and then to B5 quickly. Okay, so it's. And then bar 24, E2, B5, B2 quick. And then we're going to do a slide from E3 up to E4. Hopefully that all makes sense. So the whole line, there's 1.5 beats rest at the beginning, so we're going to go after 2. Here we go. So 1, 2. Okay, on to the next line, and this is kind of like the beginning part of the vocal that we heard when we played on the sort of second line that we did. So we got. So for that, B2 and then B4 4 times, then E2, B2, and then G4. So 2 more G4s, B2, B4, B5, E2, and then E4. So. And then bar 29 goes, which is E2, B5, E2, B5, and then B2. So the whole line after beat 4, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the last line we need to learn is basically the same as the second line that we did. So we've kind of already done it. It's just got... And that's the whole song. So that last line, B4 4 times, E2, B2, and then G4. So we've done that already. Then 2 more G4s. B2, B4, B5, E2, E4, then E4 to E2, and then E2 8 times, and then E4 to finish, and that's it. So that last line. And that's the whole song. So you can go and play that along to my little cover version of it. Link to that is in the description. Hopefully you've enjoyed this lesson and found it useful. If you have, if you wouldn't mind subscribing to my channel, which is Andy Hillier, give me a like on the video, press the notifications. I do read every comment, so please leave me some comments in the comment section as well. I'd love to know what songs I should do next. Let me know where in the world you're from. And if you love what I'm doing, you want to support me, support the channel, and you want the tabs for this and loads of other songs, then they're all on my Patreon page. I'll leave a link to that in the description. Well, thanks for watching this. I do appreciate it. I've been Andy Hillier, and I'll see you next time.